Hello students, today we will do exercise 3 from Oxford Practice Grammar. Direct and indirect object. Look at this sentence. Henry gave Claire some flowers. Henry subject, gave is verb, Claire is object and some flowers object. So in this sentence we have two objects. The word give has two objects, Claire and some flowers. When a sentence has two objects, then one object is direct and other object is indirect object. Direct object is the thing that someone gives, and indirect object the person who receives something. So in this sentence, direct object is at the end of the sentence. Claire is indirect object, the person receiving something. Some flowers is the direct object, the thing that someone gives. So if a sentence has two objects, one is direct object, the other one is indirect object. Indirect object is the person receiving something, and direct object is the thing that someone gives. Direct object is at the end of the sentence. But we can also put indirect object at the end of the sentence. Look at this sentence. Henry gave some flowers to Claire. Same sentence. Henry is subject, gave is verb, some flowers object, Claire object. So two objects are there, some flowers and Claire. But some flowers direct object and Claire indirect object. If we want to put indirect object at the end of the sentence, then we will have to use to. Henry gave some flowers to Claire. If we want to put direct object at the end of the sentence, then we will not use to. Henry gave Claire some flowers. Henry gave some flowers to Claire. So here give has a direct object some flowers and a phrase with to. To comes before indirect object. To does not come before direct object. So to comes before the person receiving something. So direct object is some flowers and indirect object is Claire. Look at some more examples. Emma gave Rachel a CD. Emma is subject, gave is verb, Rachel object and CD object. Rachel is the person receiving something. Rachel has received CD, so Rachel is indirect object and CD is direct object. Direct object is at the end of the sentence, so we are not using to. Same sentence. Emma gave a CD to Rachel. Sentence with to. So CD is direct object and Rachel is indirect object. Now indirect object is at the end of the sentence, so we are using to. Emma gave CD to Rachel. I'll send my cousin a postcard. Cousin is indirect object, the person receiving postcard. Postcard is direct object, the thing that is given. So direct object is at the end of the sentence, we are not using to. I'll send a postcard to my cousin. So cousin receiving something, indirect object is at the end of the sentence, so we are using to. I'll send a postcard to my cousin. So if a sentence has two objects, one is direct object and the other one is indirect object. If direct object is at the end of the sentence, then we will not use to. Direct object means the thing that is given. If indirect object is at the end of the sentence, means the person receiving something, then we will use to. So direct object at the end of the sentence, we will not use to. If indirect object is at the end of the sentence, then we will use to. Now we will see how to use to or for. We give something to someone. If we are giving something, then we will use to. If we are buying something, we buy for, we give to. Give to, buy for. We give something to someone. We buy something for someone. Vicky paid the money to the cashier. Or we can write this sentence as Vicky paid the cashier the money. Indirect object we are using to. Let me read this news item to you. Let me read you this news item. We showed the photos to David. We showed David the photos. They found a spare ticket for me, or they found a spare ticket. I have saved a seat for you. I have saved you a seat. Malini is making a cake for David. Malini is making David a cake. So we give something to someone and we buy or we do something for someone. If we are giving, then we will use to. If we are doing or we are buying something, then we will use for. To we can use with these verbs: bring, feed, give, hand, lend, offer, owe, pass, pay, post, promise, read, sell, send, show, take, teach, tell, throw, write. We can use for with these verbs: book, bring, build, buy, choose, cook, fetch, find, get, leave, make, order, pick, reserve and save. Now let's do this exercise. Mark's boss at Zedco is Mr. Atkins. He is telling people to do things. Put in to or for. First sentence. Give these papers dash my secretary. So what will we write? Give these papers to my secretary. Don't show these plans dash anyone. Don't show these plans to anyone. Could you make some coffee dash us? Could you make some coffee for us? Leave a message dash my secretary. Leave a message for my secretary. Book a flight dash me. Could you? Book a flight for me. Could you? Fetch the file dash me. Could you? Fetch the file for me. Can you post this check dash the hotel? Can you post this check to the hotel? Write a memo dash all managers. Write a memo to all managers. Next exercise. Write the information in one sentence. Put the underlined part at the end of the sentence. Sometimes you need to. Daniel lent Vicky something to Vicky. It was his calculator. Now two sentences are there and we have to join this sentence and we have to put underlined part at the end of the sentence. So if underlined part is direct object, we will not use to. If underlined part is indirect object, then we will use to, because we have read if direct object is at the end of the sentence, then we do not use to. If indirect object is at the end of the sentence, then we use to. So here it's calculator, means the thing that is given. So the thing that is given is direct object. So direct object is at the end of the sentence. So we will not use to. Daniel lent Vicky his calculator. Mark sent a message. It was to his boss. So two objects are there, message and boss. Message is the thing that is given and boss is the person receiving something. So we have to put the boss at the end of the sentence, means indirect object. So we will use to. Mark sent a message to his boss. Same way we'll do other sentences. Emma sold her bike. Her sister bought it. Emma sold her bike to her sister. Tom told the joke. He told all his friends. Tom told the joke to all his friends. Malini gave some help. She helped her neighbor. Malini gave her neighbor some help. Ilona wrote to her teacher. She wrote a letter. Ilona wrote her teacher a letter. So you can practice this exercise. Exercise 3 from Oxford Practice Grammar. Thanks.